Hello everyone, Trigan here. Welcome to Railroader. Don't forget, if you like this video, tickle that like button. And if you haven't already, please subscribe. So, new game here we've not played before. I did do part of the tutorial, enough where I can get going. I actually intended to do the whole tutorial, but there's one point where I should have clicked the next button and didn't. And so now I can't do that part at all. I won't get credit for it, and it won't move on to the next stage of the tutorial. So we're going to go ahead and do the tutorial together here. So we're going to start out with engine operations. Okay. I'm not going to read all of this stuff. If you guys want to read it, you can, pause the video and read it. Because again, I've done all of it until we get to that one point. But I will have to read to see what we're supposed to be doing next. Let's see. Okay, up the guide. Okay, right mouse button and look around. Okay, yeah, this is just basic movement stuff. Zoom in and out. Okay, we did that. And I found that if you click, it'll click between two zooms. So I'm not sure which one I should be on, but there we go. And then we'll hit next. And then we have to move there and jump. Yeah, this is really thrilling stuff. Yes, it is. Okay, so lining up switches, lead track. Okay, walk over and stand next to the switch. Okay, so the way these switches in this game work, oh, and I should explain some other stuff as we're going here, is green means you're going to be on the main line or continue on the line you're already on in a case like this. Well, it's actually facing this way. So we want to turn it red because our locomotive is over there. So we just click on it and move it. Yeah, this game, now I've only seen a little bit of other people playing it. It's one I'd wanted for quite a long time. And a couple of months ago it was on sale, but I was doing Planet Crafter. I knew I had Subnautica coming up and all of that. And with Planet Crafter, well, I screwed it up. And Subnautica, I'm honestly just not very happy with right now. So I don't know if I'm even going to be going back to that. We'll see. So I decided to pull this one out and we give it a shot. But this looks like it's sort of a combination between Derail Valley and Transport Fever 2. So I think we'll actually get to lay track like in Railroads Online and, set up new places to go to and stuff like that. This is also a multiplayer game, so you can get other people in. Let's see. Switches reversed. Yes, we did that. Overhead view. Okay, switch back to first person. There we go. Walk to the engine. I already did that. Sit in the engineer's seat. And you can just walk up to these seats and it'll sit you in them. I'm going to open this window and open this door. There we go. Nice clear view. And you can lean out just like you can in Derail Valley. Okay, let's see. Reverser throttle. We know what all these things are. Okay, so we got the independent brake. That's this one here. These things, they really need to work on this because these things are really finicky. You could click and click and click and not find the spot you're supposed to click. But there is a nice HUD that allows you to operate the controls without operating them in world. I prefer to operate them in world, but it's just too frustrating. Apply the train brake. It's right here. Okay, and release the train brake. Okay, so now we know how to do the brakes. And the throttle. Let's see, set the reverser to forward. This is the reverser on this, a little bit different than the steam engine. See, I'm clicking on it and I can't find the spot. There we go. It's the handle up there. So, yep. There we go, all the way forward. Open the throttle to about 20%, and the throttle on this one is up here. Now, this game is mostly Steam, at least at the moment. It is still in early access. Okay, we did that. And blow the whistle. There we go. And release the independent brake. Come on. There we go. There we go. We'll start moving. I think there are advanced settings where you have to do the shoveling and everything too. You can also have like AI engineers. Let's close the throttle. We don't need it anymore. And we want to go ahead to whatever the spot is it wants us to be on. Okay, bring the engine to a stop. There we go. These brakes work really well, way better than I expect them to. But I think this is on the easy setting. I could make them less effective. Select the overhead view. Okay, we're back to the overhead view. And select the engine. So you can select the engine by oh, that's nice. That one I had not noticed before. Shift 2 takes you to your locomotive. Nice. I could have used that a couple of times. Doing this the first time, there was just too much going on. So you can do Shift Control Click like this to bring up the select. And you see this is our HUD for it right here. Or you can right click and select here, or deselect since it's already selected. This also allows us to bring up the inspect and apply the handbrake, or disengage the handbrake. Okay, I'm going to just pass by that. Okay, let's start coaling in water, which is way easier than Derail Valley, let me tell you. Okay, we got to line up with our water source. So this is our independent brake right here. I'm going to take that off. We want this to the right to be forward, and this is our throttle. So we'll start moving here with this, and I'm just going to move this right over here. And this camera, this overhead view camera, is separate from your first person view. So you can have two different views going on and just flip back and forth between them. What are we doing? We're going a little bit slower than I would like. And the people who hate the Derail Valley couplers will absolutely love the fact that I went too far. Well, no, they won't love the fact that I went too far. They'll love the fact that these are knuckle couplers in this game. Okay. That opening right here, that's our water tank. So I was lining that up. And we just turn that in place. And there we go. It's going to fill up with water. And 100%. Okay, cool. So we've got water. Now we need to turn this back, put it away. Go to the next page. And now we want to line up with the coal bunker. So let's release the brake. And we're going to roll forward. Up. I'm going the wrong direction. Oops. Now we release the brake and go forward. Basically, yeah, I'm looking at this, yes, but we want to line up with this. That's the thing. Okay, is that good enough? Yeah, that's good enough. Okay, cool. So then we just go ahead and lower that to top off our coal. And there we go. Coal is topped off. This one especially, you want to remember to raise it. Actually, I think it'll just no clip through your cars if you leave it down, but I don't like that. Okay, so we've got that done. Now we've got interchanges and waybills. Now this, well, I suppose I should go ahead and follow it. But interchange is where we interchange with other railroads. We don't actually see them. It just sort of happens in the background. And the waybills explain where things are supposed to be going. So if a car shows up that we need to deliver to somebody, it'll have a waybill attached to it that tells us. It's like the documents in Derail Valley, except we don't get the cool 3D ones like Derail Valley has. But we'll get the information on where we're supposed to be taking that. The interchange is served at 6 a.m. every day. I think we can change that. It does say by default. So at 6 a.m., new cars will show up. Cars we have sitting there will disappear if we have something going out. I think we can just skip past that. Open the company window. That's an I. There's also a button up here for it. Is that the company? No, that's console. This is company. Yeah, that's company right there. Okay, we want the locations tab. You can see here we've just got two locations. We've got Ella, which is way down the track, and Whittier, which is where we're at right now. And this is different areas that we have, and these are the tracks in those areas. So if we go here to the coal loader, you'll see we can hit this and it'll take us to it, which we can't see because it's in the way. But it also lights up if we mouse over it. And you can see this is the interchange, which is back here. Here's the interchange here. We'll see we've also got some of our own cars stored back here. We have a passenger wagon, we have a caboose, and we have a wagon full of coal, or a gondola full of coal. Or what do they call it? I don't remember what they call it. Okay, close the company window. Let's go on to the next thing. Okay, fuel service. That's our fuel right there, our coal. Oh yeah, and I started to say there are several steam engines in this, and stuff that will sort of recognize the names at least from Transport Fever 2. There's also 3 diesels in this, including one, big heavy-duty one like the DE6 in Dero Valley. Hopper, that's what they call these guys. Find the hopper. Okay, I see it. Open the inspector car, or the inspector page for the hopper. That's this guy here. Oh, what was that? Hang on. Oh, bleed. That's probably bleed the air lines. Or the brake lines. Okay, so we've opened that. We want to go to operations, I think. So we want to set the unload operation to our coal loader that we were just looking at a moment ago. And then the load operation we want to set to the interchange, because we're going to bring the car back here and put it back on this track if we want to buy more coal. And then the 6 a.m. the next morning, it'll disappear. And the 6 a.m. the morning after that, it'll come back with a load of coal. Okay, get rid of that. Another way to see the waybill information. Oh yeah, hit tab. And you mouse over this, and it, as you can see, it tells us it needs to go to the East Whittier coal loader. It also tells us there, and you see that arrow is pointing what direction it is. If you look right here where this info pops up, you see the arrow above the words East Whittier coal loader. It's showing it's 0.2 miles northwest. And if I could do both at once, it would be nice, because you can actually, when you mouse over this, it will, oops, wrong one. When you mouse over this, it will light up the place it's supposed to be. Okay. And try. Oh yes, so now we've got to pick this up. Okay. So we're going to set this switch back to normal because we want to pass through here. We're going to set the reverser to full reverse. Release our brake. And get ourselves some power. And then, actually, I want to do this. Get our details, and we click follow, and we'll start following it. What was it? Shift 2, I think it said that we can do 2. Let's try that again. I need to remember that. Shift 2 takes us to it, but it doesn't follow. Okay. Turn this way, and let's get going a little bit faster. And just like on Dero Valley Steam, we need to roll the reverser forward to get higher speed. That's probably fast enough. We don't need to zip around here too quickly. So we're going to go ahead and shoot past this because we don't want to get stuck behind it. And we know that's a dead end going into there. So we want to be behind it. You've seen me do this a dozen times on Dero Valley. It is nice to be able to see from this view, but I also I like being able to just watch from this view too. Lean out and watch us go by stuff. Okay, we're coming up on the switch. Get ready on the brakes. I keep forgetting to go look and see if there are, there's our switch. Oh, there's where it wants us. Okay, there we go. Okay, and then we want to flip this, I think. Yeah. I'm gonna flip that, and I think I need to go to overhead so I can look at this. So this, yep, that's not what I wanted. that's the track we just came down. No. Oh, is it? I'm a little confused here. This is the track we just came down. Okay, cool. And we have just flipped this onto normal, which apparently sends us back here. Okay. That's a little strange, but so long as it works, I don't care. Stop just short of the hopper. All right, so we're going to go back forward again. Brakes off. And we'll go ahead and start moving. I'm going to turn us around this way. Actually, you know what? Let's go back to first-person view. And we can zoom forward so we get a bit of a better view. And we can see the caboose and stuff up there, too. I thought this was more of a straight line. I didn't realize it was such a curve. All right, let's let off the gas here. And we'll see how well I can do in first person at this. I have not tried to stop on a target like this in first person. I usually go to the overhead view. Okay, well, that's not too bad. Not too bad. I managed to get in there. Now we are going to turn off the brakes, go back to our full reverser, and we are going to go forward very slowly. Not that slowly. Come on. We want to keep it ideally at 3 miles per hour or under. And as I said, since these are knuckle couplers, it will automatically snap closed. There we go. Beautiful. Okay, so we've stopped the train. Now we need to go ahead and get up and go out here. And can I get myself to normal view here? So on here, we don't have to actually drag this over. We just have to click on it, and then they'll connect. These, unfortunately, we do have to drag, and some of them are hard to get. And this one here. The ones on the passenger car are really hard to get. Here, I'll show you. Back over here. See, the valve is clear under here. So it's really hard to reach it, to turn it. And I just let all the air out of that, but who cares? It's not going anywhere anytime soon. All right, so we've done all of that. Now we need to go over and put it into place. Oil the trucks on the hopper. Oh, that's right. We need to do that too. And we don't have little oil caps like on Dero Valley. You just look at the wheels. You see this one is 100% oiled. But this one, we'll come over here and check, and it's only 77%. So we're going to oil that up. But I believe he gets all of them when you do one. Yeah. So that is all set. Yeah, for more on oiling that. Spot the hopper on the loader supply with the tab. Overlay enabled, hover over the tag. Yeah, that'll show us where we're going, but we already know where we're going. So I'm not going to worry too much about that. Okay. Going to go here. Yeah, we can just go ahead and go forward from here. And go ahead and lean out so we can see a little bit better. Now, if I mouse over this right now, yeah, see? You can see it lighting up right here. So that's telling us where that needs to go. Let's let off the throttle here. And I don't know if it's got a spot it wants us to stop at, or if it just, I think it just wants us to get past the switch. That should be good. Nope. And then turn around. I should be able to hit this from here. Yeah, there we go. Come on, train. Come to a stop. There we go. I thought you were saying that the brakes were really effective. We were going pretty good, Growler. Oh, there's something else I want to show you, though. Get this back out. Check this out. This, I think, is great. So you actually get the name of your railroad, and you notice this is GIRR. That's Growler Imperial Railroad. So you get to choose that too, the little trading indicator or whatever they call it. And I'll show you this too while I'm out. Check these out. Boop. Green lights, red light. I don't know why we have like 3 different green lights and then 1 red light. I'm going to leave the red lights on. All right, so now we can back this thing up into the service area, into the service bay. Okay, we're already on reverse. Brakes off. Okay, nice thing about this is you can see your controls while you're looking the opposite direction too, which some people might consider that sort of cheating, but it's something I said to somebody in a different game that they were saying, well, that's cheating, you know, you're not going to be able to do that in real life. I'm like, really? You don't know how to, you know, turn your body or look over your shoulder? And you can't do that as easily in a game. So stuff like this helps actually make it more realistic because you can do things by feel. Which, you know, operating controls, I'd be looking backwards and operating controls. I would not be trying to look back all the time to see what the controls are. Okay, I think that should get us past it. Oh yeah, we're well past it. Switch that one. Let's just double check to be sure. Yes, I got plenty past it. Okay. So back forward, brakes off. There we go. And we just need to get it onto that spot. Oh, there we go. There we go. I went past it. Oh, did I hit the... I did, didn't I? Oops. Good thing we weren't going very fast. I couldn't really see. I was trying to do it from the first person there, and I just couldn't see where it was. Okay, let's back up just a little bit here. So I probably damaged our gondola here. Okay, so we are on the spot now. Apply the handbrake on the hopper. There we go. And close the angle cocks. That's the switches to connect the air, disconnect the air. So it doesn't tell us we have to disconnect them there. It tells us to do them on the locomotive. So it doesn't matter, since it's not going to be moving, we really don't want the air in there. And then we click on the coupler to open it. And there we go. That's open. Great. Now the hopper is spotted, and it will automatically supply our coal chute here with coal when we need to fill up our locomotives. Next. Ordering coal, I already know about that. We just have to move this back to the supply thing, I believe. Now you've learned the essentials. Yeah, we'll worry about that later. And let's start this one. This will be our last one. Derails. Okay, yep. Equipment can derail. Let's move our locomotive over by the wreck. You see, apparently there was some flood. That's the background story here. There was some flood, and now these things are too close together, and I can't get up between them. There we go. And that locomotive over there, can I get up here? That I did not mean to jump that far. You're a little athletic for this. Yeah, I guess, Growler. And now I'm on the roof. Growler, come on, get with the program here. All right, let's get ourselves out of here, and we'll move over next to that locomotive. Ease off that. And we just want to pass this. That's plenty. That'll flip it. Did I get it? Yeah, I did. Okay. There we go. Now this is the line, or whatever they call it. I can't remember what the word was. But this over here is the sawmill. So we're not going to be doing anything with that today, except use the track to get to our dead locomotive. Let's try not to run into the dead locomotive this time, Growler. Hey, you were driving, not me. I wish I could see the arrow from this angle a little bit better. I guess I'll know when it check. Oh yeah, we're close enough. I was gonna say, I guess I'll know when they check off the box and look up and see that they've checked off the box. Okay, so now we need to go and re-rail this locomotive, which is Shift R. So give a little push, give a little push. Roller's really strong. You know, those dwarves, they have the, you know, high strength attribute. Unless it's D&D, then it's Constitution. Oh, yeah. But you were a GURPS dwarf who got a strength bonus. Oh, yeah. Okay, so we're on the rails here. Let's check to make sure that's closed. Okay, now we just need to couple it. I actually can probably run this remotely. I haven't tried to do this, so let's try it. Yep. So it's basically the equivalent. We've got a remote. That's handy. I like that. I wonder if that'll stay, or if at some point this'll we're only going one, so there we go. We can connect up. Okay, put the brakes on. Okay, now we need to go take this over to our maintenance shed right there, which looks a lot. Remember that one I had, the modded one I was using at one point, and then decided I didn't like it, so I took it off. But it looks sort of like that in Transport Fever 2, I mean. Okay, so let's see. Let's click on that. Let's connect it. Oh, that's right. They're both on this side. That's sort of interesting and handy that they're both on the same side. Okay, but this is our number 1 locomotive here. See, number 1 on it. This is our number 2 locomotive. So I suppose the next one we get will be our number 3 locomotive. At least, yes, I assume that's the way it's going to work. They're not some fixed number or something like that. All right. Okay, let's get this guy going. All the switches should be set right. So all we need to do is this. You do not have a brake on, do you? Let's look at it this way. Okay, your brake is off. Your brake is off. Okay. Drop our brakes and get going. Oh, let's warn people we're moving. And we can do this too. Never noticed the little rope moving over there when I turned the bell on. No, we just came out of the maintenance shed, so I didn't have to do anything there. I did have to switch the switch, of course, from where we were before. I'm probably going a little fast for this. I'm still getting confused trying to hit these controls here. I don't have them I don't have them in muscle memory yet, where I can just, you know, keep doing it without thinking about it. So that's something that'll come along soon enough, and it'll check off the box when we're in there deep enough. There we go. So we'll go ahead and stop, turn the bell off, and uncouple. Okay. Let's turn the brake on there. So we close this, close, come on, close this, there we go, and uncouple. There, and that'll come apart on its own, or you can do it manually if you want. And there we go. So we have 2 maintenance slots here. This boxcar back here has extra maintenance parts, but the maintenance bay itself has maintenance parts built into it. So it will actually, can we, where's the, no, that's the engine roster. Let's just open the company one this way. Yeah, engine service. So you can see them right now. It's showing we've got GUR1 and GUR1T. So that's this locomotive and its tender in here for maintenance. It's going to take 13 hours, 5 minutes, and 3.3 tons of parts to repair the locomotive, and 5 hours and 1.3 tons of parts to repair the tender. And they will just work on that automatically. They will only stop if we don't have enough money to pay their wages. If I can't pay their wages at midnight, then tomorrow they will do nothing. But as you can see, we're okay right now. We have $5 grand in the bank. So go to this. Set unload destination for the repair track. Is that for the... I think that's this they want us to get into here. Unload destination, repair track, and this one should be the interchange. So yeah, so when this is empty, it will have to be moved over there so we can buy more parts. They do warn you though that parts are expensive, so make sure you've got the money. But that's going to be it for today, guys. Let's go ahead and turn these lights back off. One weird thing about this is I have not noticed any way to shut down your locomotive. It just keeps running. Maybe that's when you go into the advanced mode or something. You can't open the firebox. I don't know. And it could be I'm confusing this with Century of Steam. I've also got that on my wish list and have watched a couple of the developer videos on it. So I could be confusing some of these things. But that's going to be it for today. I hope you guys enjoyed it. I think this is going to be a fun game. We're going to get to see a lot of different steam locomotives because there are a lot of them already in the game and they plan to add more. And I mean some big boys too. We're starting off in the early stuff, but there's big boys and then there's like a smaller sort of shunting diesel and one of a sort of a smaller, I think maybe a line diesel, and then a big diesel as well. So it's going to be fun. It's going to be fun. And this will be another alternative while I'm working out what the heck's going on with Subnautica. I hope you guys enjoyed the video. If you did, please remember to tickle that like button, make a comment, recommend the video to your friends, and don't forget to subscribe if you haven't already. And we'll see you next time, guys. Have a great day.